We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Set, 8, read.
They'll run on first down. It's Marshall. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second and 4 at the 35-yard line.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. Now Marshall. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Wait. Push him back. Green, come on, and even.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston over the middle, complete. It's Moody. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Winston now to throw on first down. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Come get some. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Hey, stop.
Play action now. Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. And that's the first connection. The number 1 overall pick in 2015 finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
A first down throw for Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
At the Panthers' 36-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll throw again. Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Winston now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They'll try the left side. Poole. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 17.
Brings up
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
What we got? Check safety. Flip it. Short. Easy. Me. 59.
From the gun, Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch. Came away with points.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Marshall. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. This will be fielded at the 17. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Such an impressive punt return, 83 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
That doesn't wake up the home crowd. I don't know what will. That's a big-time return for a touchdown, and you know how much I love momentum plays.
Yeah, and like you just said, kind of gets his home crowd into it. We'll see how they handle it moving forward. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run with Marshall. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go! Me, I got this. 45's the mic. I got you. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Cobb, he's going to look deep for trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Following the interception, Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw again. Cobb. Flushed out right. He's got a man. That's Marshall. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to have a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To throw on 3rd down. Cobb. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get up.
Jameis to throw it. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They'll get 34 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fifth. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2-for-1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Winston. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Ready? Black 25, behind. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Jameis again. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
Kill, kill, kill. Come on. Sunday. Green, triple C.
Again, it's Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Ready. Blue ready. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 50 on the mark. Watch the backer. Watch the backer. Ready to go.
First down, Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
51. I got it. Jack! Green, triple C! Tommy!
Off the play fake, Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Clayton. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Team 6. Recon, 132 fighter. Bring it. Kill.
On 3rd down, Cobb airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
It's taken to the 26. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Jameis now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one 28 yards on the ground. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Triple team. Here we go. Even. Fresno. Green, triple team.
Working out of the gun. Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucks.
Green, triple team.
Here's Winston. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cobb nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Watch it. 80 weapons. Get it.
Throwing on third and long. Cobb. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the fourth on the punt fumble. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing, Winston. And the pressure gets to him again. Brian Burns racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Go, go, go. Easy. Hey. Rush in. Check the backer. Watch it. Let's convert. Let me go.
Now Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guys' jersey clean throughout the game.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Wait. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. It's our time. 51 the mic, boys. 51. You go ahead.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Clayton. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Come on, now. Come on, now. Big Ed. Hey, stop. Let's go. Come on. Sunday.
They'll keep it on the ground. Clayton. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
To throw is Winston. Completes it to Miller. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And his kick here is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Go! 60 outlaw. Now. Hey, check Mike. Hey, Haywood. Come on, let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Cobb for Marshall. That's complete. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
Down. 90 Wolf. 54 Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to shoot.
On 1st down, Marshall. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Marshall. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Get ready.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Panthers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.